It's time for overcoming hurdles, from turning pain into purpose to building a safe space for healing. Jessica Valladares is using the hurdles she experienced as a new mom to change the conversation around motherhood and mental health and identity. And today, the Welcome to Nurture Counseling owner and therapist, is here to share her story and how she empowers not only women, but supports couples during one of life's most challenging seasons. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So glad to have you here. So tell me, how did your personal journey shape who you are today and what you do today?
Absolutely. My postpartum journey really was a shock to me. I dealt with postpartum depression and anxiety, and it was something that I totally was not expecting. And I think when looking for my own support, I had trouble finding mental health support who specialized in perinatal mental health.
Yes.
So that really shaped what I wanted to do. I wanted to offer that support to other mothers, and also today that has led me to hiring on additional clinicians to continue to expand access to mental health care.
Wow, very good. So you have evolved a lot, it sounds like, since going through this journey, but you've been pretty open about your experience, which I think is incredible, because half the time, like you said, we need someone to lean on or to relate to when we're going through postpartum depression. So what was that season of your life really like, and how did it change your perspective when it comes to mental health care?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, that season of my life really rocked my world. I dealt with depression, anxiety, intrusive thoughts, overwhelm, guilt. I think that was probably the most shocking thing, was not having the postpartum experience that I had envisioned.
Right.
And I think it really taught me that maternal struggles should absolutely be normalized and talked about more, so that healthcare is more accessible and less stigmatized.
Yes, yes. As you're talking about this, I can just see, I mean, obviously you're talking about your own journey, so you have a connection to it, but I can see how strongly you feel about it and making sure that others have what you didn't have. And so I think there are a lot of women who are struggling, who get dismissed a lot of the times when they're arising a certain problem to, like you said, their clinician. And so why do you think that happens? Why do you think we as women are not listened to in those spaces?
I think the same way that I didn't expect this experience, I think a lot of mothers and a lot of people in general don't expect pregnancy and postpartum to be not as joyful.
Yes.
So I think whenever mothers do start to struggle, a lot of times it can be brushed off as it's just hormones, or it's the baby blues, which leads to things being harder for moms to actually find the help and the support that they need.
Right. So it sounds like almost what you want to help with is us advocating for ourselves first and foremost, and then creating a community to say, okay, listen, I'm going through this. Are you going through this? Have you been through this? And so it's almost a conversation. And like I said, then a community grows, and now we have this space where future moms can then look to the moms who are currently setting the standards. So you also support couples navigating parenthood throughout relationships. I think that's one of the biggest changes you can go through as a couple. And so what common struggles are you seeing, and how do you help couples then reconnect?
Yeah, I think I see a lot of couples that have more stress, less time, and this leads to worse communication skills between the two. So oftentimes in therapy, we kind of work on making sure that both parents feel like they're on the same team again, and that they're able to communicate their needs with one another and support each other the way that they need to.
Yes, yes. Okay, so you're doing all of this, building a business while raising 2 children. That is no small feat. I don't know how you have all the time in the world to do it, but what were some of the biggest challenges you faced, and how did you push through those moments to make sure that you are setting the standard not only for you, but for your children too?
Absolutely. I think my journey navigating motherhood and starting a therapy practice has definitely been a roller coaster, had a lot of highs and lows. I think I've dealt with my fair share of self-doubt and imposter syndrome, and I think what really helped me push through was staying connected to my why. My work is important not only to me and my family, but also to the people that I'm supporting every day. And I think it also helps to have a supportive husband.
Yes.
Shout out to my husband.
Yes, indeed. He's here watching too. He is supportive indeed. But you know what? I think there's someone at home who is listening to you this morning and thinking, okay, I'm either going through the process and I'm pregnant right now, or I'm in the space where I'm feeling the baby blues myself, or the postpartum depression, or I don't know how to pull myself out of this. And it seems like you have really set the way in which way to go as far as navigating this journey. So I appreciate you coming on here, being vulnerable with us, sharing your story, and then helping helping those in our community out as well. We appreciate you very much. Tell us where we can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on my website. It's nurturepllc.com, and we're also on Instagram and TikTok.
Thanks so much, Jessica.
Thank you for having me.